Good morning. Good to see you again. Come on. Hello, Clarice. It's good to see you again. I had to get it in there. What am I wearing? This is a slow Wednesday. What is they call Wednesday? Hump day? Get over the hump. There ain't no humping. There ain't no humping. So, Sammy the Bull, the rat, rodent, whatever, fill in the blank, if you will. There was a story of they went to a house. He was in the car. There was a 16-year-old boy, and Sammy said that the kid came running at him with a gun. And Sammy killed him. But how does the kid get shot in the back of the head is another story. But way back, like, this was very foggy. I'll admit, very foggy. And who knows? Who knows how the story changed? See, that's what these other people, they don't say, I knew it. If you weren't there. Good morning, Leon. So if you weren't actually there, that's what everybody has to understand. All the channels could be accurate second accounts or third accounts. They could be accurate second and third accounts, but they can also be inaccurate. Even those that they might claim to have a first-hand account, but they're just talking out of their ass. But there was a version, then there was another version that he was driving and he picked off the kid. And then the kid fell and he got out of the car and then shot him in the head. What's the version you believe, a cup of JoJo? I believe the version. Now they're sitting, they're in a car in front of a house, and there's a long sidewalk that's going to the house. And there was a whatever business dispute, whatever was in the mix or whatever. But the kid was a ballsy kid. And he might have been hollering stuff to the car. One of Sammy's men went up to the house. Sammy was in the car. And whatever happened, secondary information, maybe third-hand account, but the kid was like, screw, running toward him or whatnot. I don't believe that version. He showed the gun, the kid started running, and then he picked him off. That's what I believe. I might be wrong. And whatever he said on his show or video or whatever, how he souped that up, or his writers, or however they souped that up. And he was so embedded with the FBI and everything, he never got charged with that murder. Things that make you go, How you doing, Fred? Good morning, buddy. How far? A lot of viewers don't realize that on these channels, and when you're hearing these gangster stories and all the rest of that stuff, you have to realize some of them, it'll never be publicized. It will never be publicized on any channel or documented anywhere in the 301s or 302s, whatever those are, the FBI so-called records. It'll never be documented. And it happened more than people thought. A lot of prominent figures were in bed with the FBI. John Gotti wasn't. Sammy the Bull was for a long, long time. Before the world knew Sammy the Bull was in with the FBI, he was in with the FBI. He's got a YouTube channel, and he should be Well, he's an old man now. I mean, it's social media. I always say that. And what am I doing? The same show over and over again? I'm running out of material over here. But I wanted to bring up that story. Okay, maybe it's fair play. Gangsters killing gangsters, and they had it come to Joe Blow viewer could say, well, they had it coming to them. They knew what they were getting into. That's a reasonable assessment. But when a teenage boy gets killed in cold blood by the most world-renowned rat, that's another story. Good morning, see no evil. Or good afternoon, whatever time it is. That's the world and the age we live in. And he's got writer, you could say anything. Sammy the Bull could tell a story about anything. And he's already got all his viewers. He's already got them. So that's entertainment. I guess that team could write up good material to get subscribers. It's a hustle. Oh, yeah. Fred Breezy, and God rest and God bless John Gotti. He was such a slime that he would fill the ear, like John Gotti and some other enforcers, and say, Jack is betraying you. He's not giving you all the money and everything else from a racket or a company or construction or something like that. It might be a legitimate business, quote unquote. And John Gotti might say, "Oh, that son of a gun, take him out." So Sammy the Bull gets somebody to take the guy out, and then what do? They take over the business. Sammy the Bull said, "This is easy." That's how he operated. And the other people were innocent, begging for their lives down in New Jersey, wherever there are certain things. I can't get into all that, but begging, no, he's lying. And a guy in Atlantic City, he said, okay, we ain't gonna whack you. Sammy, legend has it, well, give Sammy $200,000 and spare your life. Just Gestapo tactics. How did he go around that city where nobody would have smashed his face in? I don't know. Nobody, you see all these tough guys, mafia guys and everything else, and they're just intimidating these people. And of course, these people had family and everything, and they just didn't want to be bothered. And the mafia and all this. They would have come around my family talking about we need $50. I'm going down with somebody. I'm taking somebody out. Or I'm going to act intimidated, and I'm going to go down to their club and just get as many as I can before they get me. Case closed. I think so. Maybe. I don't know. It's easy to say now. But I tell you one thing: you mess with my family, I'll go to the coffin, or I'll go to the prison, or I'll get away with it. I got a better chance of getting away with it. That's the way I look at it. But he did that. He did that. They're shaking down mom and pop shops in Brooklyn and Bensonhurst and Queen. They're shaking down. You got to pay us for protection from themselves. Yeah. One of Joe Gallo or somebody with Gallo. When Gallo was hemmed up in that apartment hiding out, well, somebody went across the street somewhere to shake down a business, and they shot his ass. Hooray! I applaud that. Whoever it was, I don't know the particulars on that, but the grand scheme of it was, yeah. They come in, well, you're going to pay us $500 a week and everything else. And the guy said, oh, yeah. And he pulled whatever. Here, I got, you know, like Scott, say hello to my little friend. Here, boom, boom, boom. Throw him in the dumpster. And they don't investigate them cases. When they look at the corpse and they know it's some mob guy, they're not wasting some they will, some they won't. They see a mob guy laying in the street, bludgeoned and dead. They might or they might not. But when they're trying to send a particular crime figure, they'll add that on just to keep, you know, put a murder on his charges just to keep him away forever. Yeah, but Sammy the Bull killed a boy. Mm-hmm. It's like saying, Fred, okay, you got to pay for protection, $500 a week from whatever, but you're getting protected from me. I'm telling you, I'll protect you for $500, but otherwise we're going to burn your store down or we're going to do something. So it wasn't protection, it was intimidation. He did it on a larger scale. And then when it came to big construction, because Sammy the Bull had a construction company, which people might not know. He was into construction or whatever, cement and all of that stuff. And they had a construction company in New York City. Is a big hustle. But he would see these other companies, and then he'd fabricate stuff, people that were involved in a way, and go back to John Gotti and say, oh, they're not paying you, they made $300,000. They only paid you $100,000, John. They're ripping you off for $200,000. So then they have some crony take the guy out from the other business. And then what Sammy do? Come right up and scoop it up for himself. How convenient that is. How convenient. Yeah. Playing both sides. Real slick. He ruined so many people. What I'm thinking is just like, if I'm a 20-year-old kid and my father's got a construction type of business or something, and they shake my father down, and all of a sudden you see these new people come in and take over and everything else, or they might have killed my father as a 20-year-old. Aren't you? I don't know. I don't know how he survived. I do not know how he survived. I just don't know. I don't know. John Gotti was the real mafia, an example of a true blue mafia figure. Sammy the Bull don't qualify as a gangster. No. He don't qualify. He don't even qualify as a human being. And one of the other guys that were there, I can't remember, I don't know. There's a guy, Freddie the Chico, and some other guys, but they must have shit their pants when he blasted this kid. Never got prosecuted because they needed him to freaking give the FBI still needed him to give information. He's running around doing all that stuff, playing both sides of the fence, and he can't lose. He can't lose. And then they give him witness protection and everything else, and then the rest is history. But it burns my ass that you see, he'll twist that story up. His writers, his producers, and everything will get the script, and then they'll go on, and then he'll tell So, like, he could remember so vividly about what happened in 1983, but he can't even remember when he does an ad. He can't even remember 3 sentences on an ad, and he's reading it like a second grader. I'm talking shit. That's all right, because all these channels lie and they talk shit, and it's a hustle, and they're monetized, and you got money. I don't make any money, so I got a free pass to talk shit about them. There's no value in it to me, but it just burns my ass sometimes. Just burns my ass. Because I was checking another channel out, and they were talking about the kid, and it's a story, but you get the gist of it. And I mean, for everything he's done, he just rides into the sunset with a social platform to just tell shit. That's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech, but oh well. And Angel Gotti, John Gotti's daughter. I said it in the other video with Angel Gotti. She's they promoting earbuds. Yeah, here. Go stand on the corner, Sam, and peddle your wares. Your bullshit stories are getting old. Maybe mine are getting old too, but at least I'm likable. He's a creep. So Angel Gotti, she's probably my age, 59, 60. John Gotti's daughter, how does she feel when she has to know that this Sammy the Bull betrayed her husband, and then he's on social media, or anybody else, especially a child, John Gotti. And she is real good. She's intelligent. She can articulate. She's got a good sense of humor. She's a good example of the man her father was. Yeah, whatever business he was in, he was a man, and he was a father. And he was a friend that got betrayed by his best friend, who's out there spewing garbage. Where's he operating from? Some hole in the wall cave in Arizona or something? Where's he operating from? Go walk down the streets in Brooklyn, tough guy. Mike John says, Sammy renovated Gotti's kitchen also back in the day. Now he'll be doing a movie soon. Crazy. Yeah. Hollywood entertainment. That's, he's a household name, but he's a household name for being a rat. But entertainment and viewers can look past that, obviously, and make a good penny off of it. So, yeah, that's cool. I guess there's just no more crazies running around, of those families and everything. It's just like, leave it alone, let it be, and I'll leave it at that, because I don't want to get too crazy over here. So, he's got writers. Guy's got a 3rd grade education. He's got writers to perpetuate and sensationalize and twist stories around. Most of the people are dead. And whatever I say about Mike Francis, I do like him. Today I like him. I mean, he does stuff I don't know. The guys are full. they'll fool you. But if you're just looking for a bedtime story and somebody that could communicate it and articulate it real nice, well, then they could tell great stories, because that's what they are, is stories. They don't have to be true. They don't have to be false. I get pissed off knowing that they're lying sometimes, but it don't matter. They're just good stories. Put me to bed with a story, Sammy the Bull. Put me to bed with a bottle, and you can burp me, and I could put the tape on. See, Fred? I'm sharp, Fred. Fred said, yeah, put me to sleep last night. Oh, man. You know what? I always say, I have fun and everything. And I enjoy the people that come in here. That's all. I'm 59 years old. I like to throw things around. Mike, his son Gerard got them a studio in Arizona. Arizona? I was close, wasn't I? Okay, viewers. His son Gerard got them a studio in Arizona where they filmed. He just signed papers with a movie company a month ago. Do you watch Mikey Scars? Yeah, I watch Mikey Scars. Show his channel is blowing up between him and Sammy the Bull. They say a lot of things about Mikey Scars, but I kind of like him. 150 guy. I thought I was exaggerating when I said 42 to 50 or some bullshit. I thought I was exaggerating. Jeez. Mike John has the info. I'll hang my hat on what Mike John says at the end of the day. Holy mackerel. Jeez. Man. Guys wonder why I'm crazy. But I love all of you guys. You help me out here. I need help. But Mikey Scars, he was always in the background with the other guy, with John. He looks different now, but you could tell. He admits he cooperated. 85, man. Jeez. They should have just deputized these guys as being FBI agents. Holy cow. Mike, I thought I was exaggerating. Wow. Man alive. My godfather said he did work for different families, and he says, Jojo, you don't get associated with a family and as the FBI will view you. That's Joe Blow. That's Tom Toledo. He's from this family. You don't connect yourself to the family, then you get connected with a family crime. He was a freelancer. Wow. Mikey Scars cheated on his wife. Mike John says, that's my disclaimer. It's a rodeo anyways. I could say the guy had freaking 12 toes. Mikey Scars cheated on his wife and had a kid with another girl. She had no idea till the end. I don't want to throw stones, but I'm going to throw a pebble, or it might be a boulder. But there was rumors about Mike Francis. I don't know. Mike John, did you see that Lee Cole or Cole Lee or whoever it was, Mike, playing the tapes, text recordings? That's very, very personal about Mike Francis's. And then again, oh, do you? They're all right. Him and the other guy there, the big guy with the black eyebrows. I got it here somewhere. Fry or something. My frickin', I'm like the frickin' Jerry Lewis Nutty Professor channel. That's what I am. I'm Jerry Lewis. He had a small last name. But I sometimes I'm sensitive. I feel sensitive and guarded to some of the things I say. But geez, Mike Francis, Danny Trio. What would I do without you, Mike? Can I send you like $7 or something in good faith? I saw the split screen because that leapfrogged me to the split screen with mob exposed, mob rats exposed. No, I heard about him, but he went away. He did some serious crime. I mean, some serious time. But they call him MRE, and some other guys were doing a 5-way whatever, and they brung it up. But who was the one guy? No, I think we're about the same age. But I was born there. My father was from there. My mom from Western New York, and then we went back and forth. My brother was born in Long Island, but then later on, that's how my godfather was from my father. My godfather knew my father in Brooklyn, and that's when I baptized or whatever. Then I was his godson. But then when I started running back and forth, he knew later on as an adult when I went down there. So I was just getting information, scattered information from people, some of the guys from the Falls and some people down there. So my information was scattered, but I know who I did see and I know who I didn't see. When some of these other guys on channel say whatever it was, well, I saw you in the flesh, but who cares? A cup of JoJo's not a credible station. I'm just a little crumb on the table that's like, oh, look, he don't even have good lighting. He's got tech problems. I don't care about all that fancy dancy bullshit bells and whistles. Obviously, you must know that by now, folks. I don't care about all that shit. I get on here, I talk some stuff, but I tell you one thing, I'm very intelligent and I'm not a sucker. Yeah, I might be fooled by some things because I don't have firsthand accounts, but sometimes 1 and 1 is 2 and 2 and 2 is 4, and you're 90% sure. And them clowns running around. That's why I wonder sometimes there's no psychopaths still. If somebody would have whacked somebody that I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. Ain't nobody walking the streets down there anyways. Walking the streets. Ain't nobody walking the streets. Yeah. That church, when my father died, and I went down to visit his brother, my uncle, and I stayed there to go to the funeral. And he had told me there are churches that were being robbed and vandalized. And my Uncle Tony, I was like, what? And they were ready to, who's got the Cayunes? Something as sacred as that. Okay, gangsters, fair game. But a church, if they would have caught anybody doing that, they would have been tortured. I'm just saying. I would have tortured them. And I'm not even a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy. You robbed a church that I made my communion in. I was baptized in. I made my confirmation in. And it's a holy place. And somebody I'm not a killer. I'm not a tough guy, but that would have been easy. Oh my gosh. What happened to that Astro game? You couldn't write this stuff up any better. I like Seattle with the, I don't know what it was. I didn't play. I'll take the $7, Joe. I got killed last night on the Astros game. I took the Mariners when they were up by 3 runs. Little live. Oh, the live action. It's all 9 in with 2 outs. Gave up 3 runs. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Well, I want to know, how does he change the pitcher, Lufrate? How does he change the pitcher? Oh, he puts a starter in, comes in. What? You see these managerial moves, these coaches still in shock. Manager changed up. Yeah, exactly. Wow. This Houston, they got a horseshoe up their ass. They got a horseshoe up their ass. They're vulnerable. Pulls the guy out. Why? Because a guy hits a long ball? Hey, it wasn't a, see, these coaches, these managers, they say, oh, he's getting tired because the previous batter blasts at one close to the wall. And the manager's going, oh, geez, get him out of there. Get him out of there. The guy still had good stuff. The guy still was pitching good stuff. And they go down like that. It's just like these football coaches that are making these asinine moves. And they make a ton of money. They put so much credence into this lefty on lefty. Mike says he throws a bum pitcher in there with a 12-12 record, been a scrub bum his whole career. Record ERA, high ERA, only because he was lefty on lefty. I played baseball. I didn't. I mean, backyard baseball, but a hitter's a hitter. Their analytics. There's where your analytics fail. There's something. There's another intangible in sports, and it's not analytics. They could stick their analytics. Yeah, you got to keep. They had three guys warming up back there, and they go. And did you see that manager just standing there when he was watching it? Oh yeah, the producers of the network, they just give that close-up shot of him. He's throwing up. Somebody hand him a vomit bag. Yeah, smooth move, X-Lax. Come on, you should have left the guy in there. You put that scrub in there. Good. So when they're on the golf course after the playoffs, they'll remember that. When they go pick up their check for $175,000, and while they're golfing, they can remember that. I ain't gonna cry them a river. They're laughing all the way to the bank. But I'm sure they're gonna feel that sting. Yes, they're gonna feel it. As a competitive athlete, they're gonna feel it. Because I was saying to a few people, Seattle's a dangerous team. They made a run. They were just like a dangerous team. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you see how these refs, I'm glad you brought that up because I did want to put that in my video. You see how these refs are making these calls to protect, because the one quarterback was laid out on the field. I can't remember. He's laid out on the field with the head and everything. Yeah, football's a violent sport. Quarterbacks get racked up. You can't change the flavor of the game. Quarterbacks get hit, and that's just all there is to it. They're turning the NFL into a candy-ass league. When I was coming up in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and especially, teams that stunk, their quarterbacks got the shit beat out of them the whole game. And now, because a couple quarterbacks get hurt, and it's just like, you can't even look at a quarterback the wrong way without them throwing a flag. NFL is a trash barrel. It's a trash barrel. And the people that gamble on it are taking bad beats by bad calls and just, well, somebody's trash is another man's treasure. But I feel bad for the people that, the people that got, it's crazy. And that coach, and the coach with that fourth down, the coach for the Raiders, he just throws up a Hail Mary down the field. They only needed a couple yards. They were running up and down the field. Who's that Einstein coach? Jeez. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. You can't do any worse than them guys. The beauty of it all is you can't do any worse than these imbeciles. And the refs got a memo from the NFL saying about this protocol of, and I'm not a Kansas City fan. But that wasn't fair. These referees, how many bad calls do you got to watch every game you watch, and they got the instant replay? How many? This NFL is turned into the WWF, like entertainment. Yeah, it stands for National Fixed League, and it also stands for not for long, because they're going to change the integrity and the perception of the game. Now, I've seen from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I've seen the trajectory of the integrity of the NFL. And all it has done from decade to decade is diminished into like, they want to promote the teams, the marquee teams, to get to the end for the money, for the ads, because you want a big matchup. You don't want East Bum F, or, for the marquee. And I was in Vegas in the 80s, way, 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 way back. And this guy, old timer, that was a manager for their book, he said it's fixed and it's going to get worse and worse. And every time I watch these games as a 59-year-old, I still hear his words echoing through my brain going, that bastard was right. And at the time, I was a cocky little 20-something-year-old, and I was thinking, he's nuts. He's nuts. That's what I was thinking. He's nuts. But, sir, you are right. God bless you. God rest you if you're dead. But, geez, this NFL is so rigged. It's so then again, just like everything else about these crazy mobsters out, it's entertainment. And at the end of the day, we just got to brush it off to entertainment that you can gamble on. Entertainment that you can gamble on. You might as well gamble on the WWF. Then Hulk Hogan would be laying down. It's crazy out there. Oh, yeah. Just like the NBA. Just like the NBA when they had the crooked refs. That got exposed. The guy wrote a book. That ref wrote a book. And he was he reffed all the playoff games. Oh yeah, they'll take you right off. The censorship and everything else. Yeah. That was his name, Tim Donaghy. Oh, boy. Holy cow. Now, can you imagine? Now, that leaked out. And can you imagine how they had to spread that money out when that leaked out? And it was like vultures pouncing on a gazelle in the African Delta, and they're pouncing, but you had to spread all the money out. That's why way back then, that manager from after the fact, I'm thinking about this after the fact. That's why that guy way back then told me sports was fixed. Manager of wherever the hell I was. And then fast forward, then you see this shit. What the hell's going on here? Can I get down and just bet a game with true competition? Yeah, that's what I heard too. Jordan wanted to strap up and just freaking play, strap his shoes up, not strap a gun up. But see, and when you got the biggest icon, Michael Jordan, worldwide, and maybe he got approached and said, and he told them, go screw. And then what do? Because they could say Michael Jordan gambling that he'd pay his debts. So that's their go-to excuse. They didn't want Michael Jordan to come out and talk the real deal. Yeah. Nobody ever got charged. This guy could spend $1 billion on investigators and information and everything else to find out who killed his father. It would be one thing on your bucket list if you were a son that you'd want to accomplish. You know, it's not all bells and whistles. There's some serious people behind the scenes. I used to be a boxing fan. Not anymore. Yeah, they're trying to discredit him because his roommate, well, his childhood friend and everything else, his childhood friend would say, and they publicize it. Michael Jordan's a degenerate gambler. Who gives? They're smearing him. And that's why a lot of times he didn't want to talk to the press. You see how this media and, you know, it don't matter. It just doesn't matter. Yeah, Wilder's fighting again. Yeah, that other guy's supposed to be the bomb. I'd take him as an underdog. Because those battles he had with that other guy were just epic battles. Those were just epic war battles, beating the shit. That was, you know, at least that me thinking, you know, like Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Ken Norton. At least you could get, you know, a battle that I look back in the day is like, yeah, you know, epic battles. Two heavyweights just going at it, just, you know. Tyson Fury, yeah. Yeah. But and them heavyweights gave they gave boxing a big marquee matchup. It's hard to do in boxing these days to get a big epic heavyweight matchup battle. It was easier back in the days. You had 4 or 5 top guys that they're always fighting and then trying to get the belt and the fighting, you know, and you got this pool of fighters that were great fighters, and they were always, you know. Now you got 2 guys that stand alone ahead of the field. You got 2 guys and then 20 scrubs, maybe 2 prospects, up and comers, but it's not like it was before. I'm glad. I'm 59. I'm glad I came up in my era when things were real. Sports was real. Competition was real. It meant something. Now it's commercialized, corrupted by the refs. you know. And I don't want entertaining. I want competition. I want two teams to fight it out and let it be decided on even terms. Not with these candy ass refs calling. They're blowing. How many calls can they blow in a game? This is just. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But they're making the money. They're getting paid. And when it leads to people losing money, because, I mean, F them. Yeah, I want my team to be competitive. I don't want my team to get screwed. But at the end of the day, they're paying $150 for nosebleed seats in baseball, the NBA, NFL, and the fan, Joe Fan, that will spend thousands on season tickets. They owe the refs and the players owe it to the fans. They have nothing without the fans. And my position is Joe Fan is getting screwed. Them Giants are dangerous, man. They could run the ball, and Daniel Jones. I said the Giants are a sneaky team in one of my other videos. But big deal, a cup of JoJo. Did you make any money on it, JoJo? No. So you could tout everything you want, JoJo, because you didn't put no money in your pocket. That's how it was fucked. Oops. That's how. Yeah, all the New York teams. Oh, they'd always be 1 and 2. Giants lose, Jets lose, and the Bills might win. And when the Jets and Giants, when the Jets are good, yeah. Used to be a strong division when I was in diapers. They were good back in the day when I was shitting yellow. Oh, Lord, forgive me. But, yeah, that's cool. But I should have took a couple shots because I was on. And, now it's Monday. Yeah. I did say it with the Pittsburgh game, mortgage your houses, folks. I did say go out, mortgage, whatever. They're going to just trample Pittsburgh. But now what's so crazy is even in that Pittsburgh game, that Pickett did show signs. And this is what I'm thinking. I'm going to really put my head on a chopping block now. I could look like a genius or a fool after next week. But, okay, they have no line. They don't have any. But, call that Pickett whatever you want. They threw him into the fire. Go be a quarterback. But he did show signs. Forget about the final score. So now, whoever they're playing next week, they're going to get points and everything. And they might have a chance to be better after a week of preparation and coming up with a better game plan. I might look like a fool, or that's my sneaky pick, because even though they got blown out, they did show some signs of they got a little breath in their lungs. And, I mean, he was able to throw that ball. I mean, I'll probably look like a fool. But if I get to the casino, I'm gonna bet. I don't bet a lot, but I'm gonna throw a money line in there. I don't care. I don't care. I've done worse things than that. I bet on worse garbage pail teams. Yeah. I mean, the score seems so awe-striking. Oh, yeah, was he? I mean, I'm not writing him off. He's a tough kid. He got thrown around. I mean, hey, he's showing. I mean, you see some of these guys come in, they don't show any life. They're just true scrubs. I have not given him the scrub label. I think there's an upside to him, and you might be able to catch good odds somewhere along the line. That's the only way I could handicap it. But yeah. But maybe I'm just crazy. But it seems like the weeks that I don't decide to put bets in, of course I would have went 3 for 3. And then when I do decide to bet, it's like I went 0 for 3. Is that all in my mind? Trubisky, man. I call him MacGyver. Mitch Trubisky. Yeah, he could get in there, show some rocking and roll. But at the end of the day, he's never going to be shit. Oh, the Jets. Yeah. You know, the Jets might be a little sleeper. The Jets, because he's busting out. He's maturing a little bit. He's maturing, there's so much pressure on the quarterbacks, and it's a Chinese fire drill, blah, 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 blah. But if they start getting settled in and mature a little bit, no. You got to develop Pickett. He'll learn those defenses. He'll be able to recognize things a little better. And he took them shots like a man. He maintained his composure. They were getting blown out. And I saw his mind being strong. He showed this flavor of, forget about the score. He showed. So I'm going to snoop around and see maybe. I don't care if they play a marquee team. I'll mess with the line to get odds and hopefully. Because the coach, Pittsburgh coach, you can't. I mean, you can only. He's going to figure a way out. He's going to figure it out. I mean, I don't see Pittsburgh just getting blown out all year long with that coach and with that quarterback developing. And they have no offensive line. They don't have a defensive line. They're just. And he's putting the players in like there was a sports talk show, and they're saying, "Oh, he's just put him in, see if you could play." Well, they want them to have a year. No, that Mike, the coach, I got brain damage because I can't remember the coach of Pittsburgh, but put him in. And if you screw up, you're coming out. Put the next guy in. Yeah. Like New England coach. You screw up, you're coming out. You're coming out. You on the bench over there, get in. That's why he's so successful. New England coach. Yeah, that Mike. Yeah. But you got second stringers, third stringers sitting on the bench. Somebody makes the New England coach, get out. Stand near me. You might go back in or go sit back there on the bench. There's two guys that might be better than you. I'm going to give them game time experience. These coaches are so hardened into not replacing a guy. The Pittsburgh coach says, and the New England coach says, get out. That's all. Get out. I mean, they don't want to know nothing. And the first stringer doesn't want to get shown up by a second stringer. Well, too bad. That's just. But Pickett might come around the corner and get seasoned up. Just let him develop. I mean, he threw some good balls. He threw some good passes. And he's mobile. He's mobile. So Mike Tomlin, yeah. Yeah, they can assess after the year, because then they have controversies during the draft because they want to pick up these other quarterbacks. And then they might the managers and the owners or some coaches say, hey, they want to have the right to have an input in who the personnel is on the field. But yeah, that's I'm gonna see what the big game, the Bills against Kansas City. Oh man, that's gonna be. I agree. I'd take the Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Forgive me. Yeah. Because no matter what, what's Washington's name this week? All that bullshit, changing names. I was happy when the guy on the baseball game kept saying the Cleveland Indians. I was happy about that. Like the Indians are they feel offended. Yeah, he did. That Travis Kelce. Probably could have got plus 600 on 3 touchdowns. Commanders. That's not politically correct. The Washington Commanders changed their name. I'm upset. Please. Other woke bullshit. 800 plus 800. Jeez, yeah. For 3 TDs. Well, they could probably already guarantee him 1. Yeah, but then. But the way it's been looking, the odds makers should know that just looks like easy money every week. How are they single covering Kelce when he's a 80% weapon? What are these defensive coordinators? I don't know. It's easy to say sitting home, but smash him on the line with a linebacker. Smash him face to face off the line with a linebacker. He's just running freely with some little skinny cornerback on him, and the guy can't even take him down. Who are these guys? Who are these scrub coordinators and coaches? Who are these scrubs? And hold them. At least take the just be physical. Even if you're gonna get penalty anything, just smash him. It's a 5-yard penalty. Versus him lumbering down the field for 17 yards every catch. You got 3 guys hanging off of him that can't tackle him. No. Defensive coordinators, yeah, it's easy for me to say, but he's running free, unmolested every play. Play after play after play. And geez, when they're inside the 20 or the 10, who do you think is going to be Mahomes' number 1 target? He's running a little curl route. Here, let me have a. Okay, do you see me, Mahomes? Do you see me? Hold on, let me take a sip of my coffee. Okay, you could throw it now. Boom, touchdown. Oh, yay, hurrah! 4 times. Oakland Raiders got the scrub, or whoever the Raiders city is this week. They got the worst coaches on the planet. Well, I guess I'll end it there, folks. Thank you for keeping me company, Mike John. I appreciate you, Freddie. I appreciate you guys coming in, and I got a video in, and we talk sports, but it's a Sammy the whatever. Yeah, and the Raiders were in all those games. They got to be the best 1-5 game or 1-5 team out there. That just heartbreak every game. 1-5, wow. But the odds makers won't make the odds makers won't make the odds as if they're a 1-5 game, a 1-5 team. The odds makers aren't gonna. Yeah, the odds makers. They'll still be made a favorite against an average team. So, well, thanks, Mike. Thanks, Leon. Thanks, Freddie Breezy. That's $1 million name, Freddie Breezy. Oh, all right. Oh, thank you, Mike. That's the name, Tommy Sticks. Yeah. Those I admit that, I was around for a half a minute and whatever happened happened. But these guys, you guys are very intimate in these relationships and everything else. See, I can't go stride for stride with those guys because oh well, yeah. See, that's what you gotta do. Have a boss. Yeah, see. And I think people, even though it's entertainment, I think people will start having a more discerning eye. Oh, all right. Ex-bookie, yes. Yes. I worked for them. I took the X. I'm from the ex-bookie union 1, 2, 3. But guess what? I didn't have a retirement plan. But I could only go so far. That's all right, Leon. You've been a trooper in here from day one. Oh, did it seem like Genovese and Lucchese? I don't know what it is. Okay, you got Gambino, but there's just a different flavor to the Genovese and Lucchese. Maybe my mind is shot, but just in couple of times with tough experiences with guys way back when, 1,000,000 years ago, and I got brain damage, but I still have a sense of they do that on my thing, I don't know what that is. Comments are turned off, they're turned on. I don't know, I don't want the precious people I have in here to get slighted. Why me? No, I am blessed. But I feel bad for the people that can't. Geez, I gotta swim upriver with my channel. I mean, geez, I got the worst of it going in. Tech problems, lighting, you know what? It don't matter. That shit won't make me. I will make it. All the extra peripheral shit ain't gonna make me. I will make me, and I'll accept whatever I get. At least I know I got the true blue people in there, and that's good enough with me. Yeah. I mean, with nothing, I got 150, but I'll never be monetized. I just want to have a good community in here with good people like these good people that are more knowledgeable on things than me. I can't go toe to toe with Stiggs or whoever Mike's guy. These guys were in these worlds for a long, long time. I might have been closer in a certain prism of time, but then afterward, it was just in the outer things. And you see people, I mean, you do become friends with people and stuff, but then it's just in a more distant manner where there's no hustling or no dealings going on. So I'm honest about that. So I can't claim to like do this kind of stuff and then, you know, and sit up there and go, well, I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't know, you know, and I don't want to make myself look like a fool, but at least I'm honest about it. Yeah, I was around some serious cats and I, you know, but I can't, you know, I can't elaborate like them. I don't have enough information to elaborate over a long period of time. So, and you know what? And a lot of stuff that might be good stuff to put on the goofy YouTube channel, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I said I was gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it because I know I'll never get monetized, and people are dead, and families mourned, and I'm not gonna do it. If I might say something about a scumbag gangster that's got a YouTube channel, yeah, but I'll just leave it alone. And you know, I do the spiritual stuff in here, but you know, I'm not. I have mixed emotions every day about that stuff, and it's like, you know, trying to be something. My friend just told me the same thing. Let's see, at 9 o'clock this morning. I was like, you know what? Because, you know, and then you say, this other guy saying, well, what about that? I was like, I'm not going there. Well, you're not going to get any subscribers, Jojo. Well, then that's the way it is. I'm just not going to get any subscribers. I can't talk about certain stuff. That might just be, I might be guessing at. You can't. You just can't. I'm not going to, whatever this channel does, and this guy, Tim, and like, no. I wasn't privy to know what a murder is, but there's no statute of limitations on murder. And I'm not saying that like I murdered somebody, because I never murdered anybody. No. I'm not saying I wouldn't have murdered somebody if somebody hurt my family. I'm not saying that, but I would, and if I did, I never did, but I think I could have got away with it, because I was crazy, and I used to think up like, what's the perfect way to murder somebody? I'm not a murderer, but I used to dream up these ways, you know, like get an icicle and plummet it to their heart, and the murder weapon melts. Now I'm sick. That's not right. That's not right. And then I try to do spiritual devotion on let's love each other, let's have goodwill, let's help the underdogs, and let's try to help each other out. Because this is a gangster world, and there's stories and all that, but then everybody has a real life, and they're struggling against things. See, now I'm a softie. But my mother taught us that way, to help and don't judge, and be the best you can. And I'm gonna cry. My friend Tommy, he says out of the dreams, he does a quick coffee with Stick show every morning at 7:15 before work done. Winds down show at night. Makes real life topics. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, the way I look at it from a marketing concept or a marketing perspective, the way I look at it, if you're likable and you could be relatable, and you do have a likable you got good communication skills, and you might be likable, you can maintain your channel and you could draw people in. But yes, the thumbnails of Sammy the Bull and Blood and Guts gets views. But how far could I whore myself out? I don't know. I guess I'm a Jezebel. I'm a Jezebel. I just whore myself out with the thumbnails, throw some smack around, and then look at my subscribers tonight when I go to bed to see if I got another subscriber. What's wrong with me? And I'm being honest. Excuse me. And I'm being honest. I actually do that. But I could do a talk show on network TV and interview people better than anybody. As far as chops go, as far as chops and communication skills with a thinking mind, whether it's gangster stuff or any other stuff that could be entertaining, I could pull that off. If I got, my hair combed, put some makeup on. Somebody's got to whiten my damn teeth. Smoking and coffee. Oh, please forgive me. Thank you for subscribing. Look at this shit. See, I'm not afraid. Oh, what the hell? Should I just get a white piece of paper? Wow. First thing a woman looks at when she talks to you are your shoes and your teeth. My sneakers are torn up and my teeth are brown. No wonder I'm alone. What the heck? And I do have the best book. Where the hell is it? And I am a very good writer. You know what? My book somehow was in England with one of the biggest critics, and my book got 5 stars, where they never got 5 stars ever. This book, wherever the hell it is, me, a cup of JoJo, Amazon books, yeah, whatever. Yeah. I got 5 stars on a review from a guy that never gave 3 stars for Lord of the Kings. A woman, the first thing a guy looks at a woman. Good question. What do I look at when I look at a woman? How fat her purse is? No. Then her eyes, and then her body, I guess. It's like, listen, Sally, nice to meet you. Nah, I better stop because I don't want to make myself look that bad if I didn't already accomplish that yet. It's on Amazon Books. If I could send you one, I would send you one, but I buy the author's copies and I don't, but I'll tell you one thing, it would be a good movie. It'd be a real good movie. It's a good memoir. And I could write like a mofo. You guys know I got communication skills. Yeah, that's cool. If you want to do a show on your life on my friend's show and he will promote your book. Angel had that guy who did 36 years in jail. Did the Marshall. And Bill Stacks last night. I watched Angel and Mob Rats, MRE. There was like 5 people on the screen. It was very, very interesting. And that other guy was interesting too. He was talking about when he was in jail and he did a lot of time and how he's very smart, that guy. And he was doing stuff for some network, whoever the other guy was. Smart. I listened to him talk for 2 hours. He was in jail and he is very, very intelligent. And his channel name was an interesting name. You think I'd remember this shit? I watched it for 2 hours, but yeah, can you imagine them guys are doxing each other and they're showing where they live? You see how much they're friends and they're on friendly terms, and then oh, okay. Yeah. I watched that. It was on at like 1:30 in the morning or something, wasn't it? I put a comment in there and said, I'm like a little schoolboy. Angel acknowledged my comment. She said, thank you, a cup of JoJo. I'm like a little schoolboy. Angel Gotti's gave me a compliment. I'm like a little schoolboy. But I do like her. I like her. And I understand how she feels about what happened with Sammy and all that. Oh, she did? All right. And I like how she put things in perspective and her anger and everything. Yeah, I did. Yeah. She gave me a thank you because they put the comment right across the screen. I'm like, geez, they put a cup of JoJo. Holy cow. Woo, she put a shift in. Yeah, I said, I like the way you articulate. I like the, Oh, okay. I thought that was pretty cool. I felt like a little schoolboy. Oh, yeah. I like them. Them guys seem like they're straight shooters. They seem like, and the other big guy, yeah. What that? Oh, that was that FBS. What's FB? What was that? What's that FBS? He was in the 5 screen. Thank you, Fred. Have a great day. Yeah, I mean, these guys have an encyclopedia of information, and the other guy that's got an encyclopedia of information that was talking with Angel Gotti too. He did a lot of time in prison. And some networks. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. And they were talking about that Dachshund and MRE. We're talking about it. But there's another guy, knowledgeable as the day is long. Oh, no kidding. Well, when they go to say they're going to put that Dachshund out there and then put your general information out, and they're going to do it, where they got your cars, and your locations and all that personal information. I don't know, man. That's crossing the line where you can't be. Then you'll see who's got the Cayunes. I mean, not to be threatening or anything, but I tell you one thing: if I got a wife and kids at home, and you're going to put information about a location, and I was involved in things, and then you're going to freaking put a bullseye on my back. No. Then you want to play hardball, but some of these guys are just documentary guys. They're encyclopedias, and I don't know if they got. What kind of? But the other guy did time, and he's very knowledgeable. I wouldn't mess with him. I cannot think of his name. It's 2 words, but he's done documents for. Yeah, man, them guys are slinging bad. That's terrible. Aren't there other things they could talk about to entertain their viewers? I mean, the other guy has been a consultant on network productions, network TV productions. The guy that was in for 20 years, and he talks, and he's smart, and he talks, and he lays it down. I like the way that guy lays it down. He was on the split screen with them, and he's been a consultant and did a lot of stuff, firsthand stuff on the History Channel. on the History Channel. But when you start, and Angel, that's a woman, and that is a woman, and they want to go after a woman, and she's got to act like what? I mean, that's just. She must not have anybody left out there to stick up for her because they I don't know, but I don't know. I mean, it's a big soap opera. And you know what? At the end of the day, one week they're friends, then they're not, then they're friends. It is a soap opera. You're right. It makes people want to watch too, doesn't it? Makes people want to watch. What happens next? Tune in tomorrow, live stream. It just makes you want to watch. I don't know if it's going to, any violence is going to be gotten from it. But don't go doxing this lady or doing that. That's just getting a little. Because somebody told her, yeah, you got 3 cars. Here's their license plate. Here's your address. And geez, you're putting, yeah. Because that's the first time I saw her is with the spree. The first time I saw her was split screen with Danny Trio and Lee Cole and her. First time. It wasn't her actual face. It was just a little icon of her. And then they switch up. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's all orchestrated. But I will be tuning in. Mike, what are we left with at the end of the day? We can flip it, flop it, zig it, zag it. Who can come up with the best entertaining scenarios? Who could come up with the best dramatic scenarios? And everybody's going to be saying, he's lying. He's telling the truth. You're lying. What are we left with at the end of the day? What are we actually left with? What is the basic bottom line motivation? When you got all these squawk boxes, boom, 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 and I'm a squawk box, bah, 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 bah. What are we left with, psychologically speaking? Yeah, that was the Patreon. They were coming up. Well, yeah, remember, hit that Patreon button. Yeah, they do. So at the end of the day, all the real truths and all the real realities of things might be boring. See, when you come up with the truth, it ends there. Oh, Lord have mercy. Is there anything left sacred, Mr. John? Now, as far as psychology and human behavior is concerned, oh, yeah, the PayPal subscribers also. But in human behavior and human psychology and drama and everything else, and drama and conflict, once you have reached a consensus of truth, it's over. It ends. Well, then there's no money, there's no suspense, there's no drama, there's no soap opera, there's no PayPal, there's no Patreon. It's over. So thinking and unpacking it and dissecting it from a psychological human behavior perspective, you can't have it. The truth is the finality, and it ends. And then you could pick something else to bounce around for 3 months and keep it going. But once you have the truth, it ends. Boom. No more suspense. No more drama. No more sitting on the edge of your chair waiting to see what happens next. Because I look at things from what are the motivations. Because you'll get caught up on the merry-go-round and go, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. But then wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone. What's FBS stand for? Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, it is a hustle. It's a hustle. And I say it all the time. It's a hustle. Because I could say, hey, Mike, say if we were two prominent figures or we had recognizable names and we're having a coffee behind the scenes. I say, listen, Mike, you could talk shit. MF me. Oh, he's wow. So we could orchestrate this stuff before we go on the live stream. You know what? We might MF each other a little bit on this, and then cause some drama. And then, but we're still going to be buddies. Let's just try to hustle this money. Let's keep this narrative going. Let's keep this drama going. So don't be offended if I MF you, and I won't be offended if you MF me. Let's just get the money. Yeah. So you come up with all this controversial bullshit so you could keep the soap opera going. MobTube. Yeah. So they just it's just perpetuating on. If they all said, yep, you're right, I agree with it, next topic. Well, yes, all right, we've all reached a consensus. That's right. Okay, we could agree on that. Next up, they're going to run out of stuff. But they could take one topic and milk it out, MF each other. And I think Angel even has to be aware of that because they flip on her because she says this one was her friend. That wasn't, she's learning pretty quick. And I love her. But you got to play the game. I mean, these are hustle-minded people. I mean, Wow. These guys are getting paid. These guys are getting paid. I really am a small speck on the radar screen, and I couldn't bounce things around that long with them because I'd just say, I don't know, I wasn't there. I can't elaborate and mix it up like that because I might be a disgrace to somebody's damn channel. I'm honest because these guys are operating at a higher level, and I don't know if I can lie as good as that. I'm creative, and if we talk and we could prepare our dialogue and say, yeah, whatever. I'm not documented in law or anything. Nobody could dox me or document me in any files. But just say I never got caught. So I'm not documented with shit. So I could have a free reign. You want me to write the dialogue up? I'll write it, or whatever. But I could write a show. I could write a good show. Because hustle is the word. Yeah. Okay, Leon Swen, one of these MobTube channels mentioned you like about a week or so ago, like you was nobody. I am nobody. But I tell you what, they might be spewing shit. God bless them. They might be spewing shit. I'm a better entertainer. I'm a better communicator. And if I had the opportunity to do what they're doing, I'd have 5 million subscribers. That's all I'm saying. It's easy for them to get up there and, make drama and everything else. Go right ahead. God bless you. I hope you make $1 million. I live a good life. I live a real good life. I ain't got to look behind me. I don't have to watch my back. I live a real good life. I come and go as I please. I travel as I please. I got great family and friends. I got good people in here. I'm not going to trip out on these guys. They're doing their hustle. And no matter what, it's a hustle. It's a hustle. I've been hustling my whole life. So, you know, that's all fine and dandy. Now, whatever they say, you're a nobody. But like, say, if you were in the streets and somebody said, hey, come here a minute, you're a no good nobody. Well, then that's a different story. Am I supposed to fight the guy? FBS will expose Danny Trio soon. Was going to do it yesterday, but said he's got so much info on him, he's going to take a little longer. Yeah, I was watching that, man. These guys are just getting down and dirty, man. You know what? I don't want no part of it because there's no value in it for me. There's no value in it. And if I had 1 million subscribers, you'd get ads for 2 cents an ad, and you might make $40 a month. I could find more money than that on the streets when you get monetized. There's no value in that to me than to play these pity-patty games with these people. Let them do it. I'm chilled out. I'm 59. Let them rock and roll with all that shit. They can MF me. I can MF them. There's no value in that. No value. When I look at things, I look at them and say, what value is there to that? They can get their ads and they let them make the money. They can make the money. I'm fine. I'm fine. I got enough. Oh, Danny Trio. I gave him props too. I think it was Danny Trio on Lee Cole. Hey, Danny Trio. I gave you props. I must have fell asleep, told one of his viewers to get Danny off Angel's show last night to come on a show to rate on with that. I gave that Mama Luke props. That's all right. I don't think you're a bad guy. Yeah. Danny Trio. He's that big bald-headed dude. I thought he was all right. I don't care. Ain't no sweat off my ass. Look at him and look at me. Come on, man. Hey, Emmanuel, how you doing, buddy? They're selling their ass out there. They're selling their ass. Hit the Patreon button. Yeah, Danny Trio. Hit the Patreon button. Hit the Patreon button. You're a beggar. You're a beggar. You're a tough guy, yeah, but go on there and beg. I'm not begging. I got enough. All right. Yeah. My name is on my book. My name is on my book. My name is on my book. These tough, yeah, you're a tough guy. God bless you. You're a tough guy. Go on, go beg. Go beg. That's all. God bless you. Get what you can get. I'll be traveling. I'll be gambling. I'll have my toes in the sand. I live good. I live good. My creator gives me what I need, not some rogue ex-gangsters all telling on each other like fourth graders. FBS says Dan, his last name ain't Trio, and he lied about his business, his house, and his murder robbery. So we will see probably by the weekend. FPS will do. Oh, well, Danny, that's the way you want to go on these platforms, and then if the guy shows the documents upon it, yeah, I'm doing great, Emmanuel. Thank you. I appreciate your support. Yeah, Mike, they're going on these platforms, bro, and it's just a merry-go-round and all that. Go right ahead. They go right ahead, and it's it's a soap opera, just like you said, and that's right. I am a nobody. I want to be a nobody. I'm a nobody. That's why I didn't do 20 years in prison. That's why. I was smarter than you guys. I was smarter. I was smarter. You went and did your 20 years and your 15 years. I was smarter. Go ahead. Because I was a nobody. I was smarter. Yeah, I had it. My espresso. Fancy name. They're big guys. Because you know what? When somebody in this convoluted world of organized crime, when somebody wants to say they're a nobody and they're all this and that, that elevates them up so they believe they are somebody. Because maybe they believe they're nobody. So when you sling shit, psychologically speaking, well, yeah, I'm a nobody with 120 subscribers. But I can use a vehicle like this to give commentary and narrative from my perspective and point of view. Just because you got more subscribers doesn't mean you're a better communicator, doesn't mean you're a better personality. At the end of the day, go open your Patreon channel and get whatever you could. Are you that broke? You ain't got nothing better to do in your world? Don't you have family and friends and you could rock, for that money? I do this for free. I do it for free. I'm a friendly channel. You guys are into conflict and MFing each other all day long. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Rock and roll. It's like a soap opera as the world turns, as the mob world turns. That's the name of that's what all you guys do. As the mob world turns. It's like All My Children and One Life to Live. Soap operas. Go ahead, rock and roll. You're making yourselves look foolish. That's all. Make yourselves look foolish. That's what you choose to do. Go do it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a nobody, and I never did 20 years in prison. I'll leave it like that. I'll leave it like that. Yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it like that. That's good enough for me. And I think you did good on your channel. Because it is what it is. I mean, you entertained all right. You were hollering. I mean, you made your point and everything. Yeah, you entertained. Yeah, that's good enough. Did you get any people from Patreon? Did you, you kept telling Lee Cole, do the Patreon. I just do the regular Folgers. I just do the regular Folgers classic roast. Nothing fancy. No Italian espresso. And you see, Mike, I try to stay level, but that kind of shit, it shouldn't piss me off, but I still got to make my point on it. I mean, I still got to make my point on it just because I could communicate it effectively. Oh, yeah, you got the Lavazza Gold Blend Espresso. That might be out of my price range. Yeah. Lee Cole has a Patreon now. Wow, such a beggar. I would never join. They tell stories that have been told 100,000 times already. 90% of these shows. I tried one. Mike just happened to try one of those espressos. Lavazza or Emmanuel. Yeah, I take it all with a grain of salt. Yeah, I don't appreciate nobody calling, and maybe I'm beating a dead horse. You're going, yeah, Jojo, you're pissed off. He called you a nobody. But you people look and assess them guys. You look at them. Look at their personalities. Forget about the mob. Forget about the mob in the story. Look at them. They're humanistic. Look at these people humanistically speaking. I'm more centered and level, and he's tripping out, begging to hit the Patreon button. Couldn't you hustle enough, bro? All those years in prison, you didn't have 200,000 stashed somewhere. You didn't have all that money stashed. My cousin went to a federal prison. When he got out, he had 6, 7 figures. You guys came out of prison broke. You came out broke. Real smart, sharp guys, 30, 40 years of being gangsters, and you got to beg on social media for somebody to hit the Patreon. Yeah, I understand you hustle. Yeah, you got to hustle. Yeah. So, I'm a nobody, but I don't need to beg. I got enough. I got enough in my pocket. I got enough in my pocket. So that's fine. Keep your mob stories. Keep your gangster world. I got enough in my pocket. I got enough. While you're on that video channel, slinging shit, I'll have my toes in the sand reading a racing form, gambling. While you're still paying bills, while you're paying all these, well, go ahead. God bless you. Right. Because these guys, if they watched my channel, they would see that I might pose I might put a different light on these people. And it's their narrative and you can't knock it. So when you actually have an intelligent viewer that might put a different spin on things, that's it. Yeah. The over-under on him still doing a channel is probably 2 months. Because somewhere behind the scenes, the way his demeanor is, you're doing it the wrong way, bro. Can't you just be a nice guy and just tell the things, ain't that good enough? You don't have good enough skills for that? I got a small channel, and I got better communication skills than all them clowns put together. I don't care what numbers I have. I don't care. I got money in my pocket. I don't care whatever happens there. I tell my stuff. I do a show, and that's whatever. I got a good guy in here like Mike John. That's a thinker. See, I try to do an inspirational channel and rise people up. But I do like thinking people that aren't hypnotized by a lot of these clowns running around, that could discern with their eyes and ears. That's what I'm into. And I'm also into uplifting people up and raising them up. And I don't take no pride in saying, well, Danny Trio's this or Danny Trio's that. I don't know the guy from a bag of beans. I don't take, because there's nothing in it. There's no value into it. I'm not going on their forums and all that bullshit. I don't need that shit. Yeah, see, they all try to paint this picture that is palatable to the viewer, and they paint a picture, and then they gotta keep that facade going on. So it's easier to tell the truth because it's just the truth. But when you carry on a facade, you got to keep it going. Then you stumble and everything else. I'm honest and just admit whatever. I'm honest. So I don't have that on my mind. I do a little innocent show here. We talk about a lot of different things. Sports, mob. I raise people up with the Jesus calling. That's good enough for me. I got everything I need. That's good enough for me. That's fine. I sleep at night. But yeah, because somebody's threatened by little old cup of JoJo, or like, yeah, well, then go ahead. There's nothing I could say on my little channel, Danny. There's nothing I could say on my channel to hurt you. what can I say on my channel to hurt you? So, I mean, you want to take shots, but clean up your own backyard. My yard's clean. I don't know. Yeah, well, they got him, Spataro, on the whole throughway. Because I go to the Casino del Lago back and forth and everything. They got these tolls. I'm getting the bill every month, $40, $30. The throughway ain't paid for yet. The government's the biggest gangsters of them all. That's organized crime. Organized crime just doesn't have to be Joe Rigatoni. I remember that New Jersey Turnpike is a toll every 10 feet. What the heck? Holy cow. $10, $20 on the bridge. So if you go over back and forth on the bridge, that's $20. Yeah. Man, New York State just gets the worst of it. And they can't even balance the budget? I don't know. I'm too old for all that stuff. I just want to hit my parlay. I want to gamble a little bit. I want to do my little channel. And you'll be broke before you get to the casinos. Yeah. Yeah, then they got the valet parking. You got to walk just as far as you were in free parking. It's just like, what? At Seneca Niagara, the valet parking's out in left field. Jeez. Then what do you need? A shuttle to get from the valet parking? You need a shuttle to get there. Then you got to tip that guy. I'll park over there, walk, get the necessary exercise I need, and I'll be fine. Oh, yeah, the Parks Casino, Philadelphia Park. Oh, geez. We got to make a score, Mike. But I could just tell by your demeanor and your words that you're a sensible level guy, knowledgeable, intellect, and good-hearted to come on here and help me out. I appreciate that. Because at the end of the day, that means more to me than whatever, all that. You know what? I'm 59 years old. This ain't my first rodeo. There were people against me years ago. There were people against me for whatever, and that were much closer. And, you know, you get thick skin over all that stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, I can rebut and talk shit about it, but I'm going to have a good day today and enjoy. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, there was a different structure. It was a different thing. These guys are trying to perpetuate that life, to glamorize it, entertain it, and make money off of it. See, you were right there firsthand, Mike. You were there firsthand. And you know what? Wow. Yeah. So you're intimate with all that. And you're good enough to talk to me. I appreciate that. Because it's man to man. See, these guys get it. Yeah. You're right, Emmanuel Spataro. I like that name. Oh, wow. Did he have houses on Long Island or Staten Island? Or right in Brooklyn? Oh, Staten Island. A lot of people left the city, went out there. It's understandable. That's nice. More of a better setting for, um, not that Brooklyn or Benson, not that isn't bad either. I mean, but not to put down Brooklyn or Queens. Oh yeah, yep. So you've seen all that. You know what? At least I admit what my participation was. I don't claim to try to be something I'm not. That's all. I just try to get by on my communication, entertaining, and that's all. Wherever it goes, it goes. When I turn the camera off, I go out and have fun. I laugh. I I I would like to meet you in person because I like real people, real true blue people. You know, you could probably honestly have knocked me on the things I've said. You could have honestly knocked me on some things I've said. I'm aware. I'm aware, but you didn't, and you're cool like that. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy. Yeah, Sam, the guys in the crew, man, they were just, man, they're handing out sentences like that. They didn't even rat him out. Or some, well, they had enough. They had enough evidence of a lot of things, but, geez, it's scary to talk about the FBI and all that shit. But you know, it's just that's just how it goes. So, Mike, what's the channel? Because I'm like Mr. Magoo. I forget. Uh, when's the next? He never testified on Thomas Carbonell, Huck, or Big Louis Valerio. That was. All right. So, what's the next show I should watch, Mike? Because my mind is rattled. Angel or is Stiggs? Uh, did you say Danny Stiggs or Tommy Stiggs? Okay. I was a bookie. Where's my pen? I was a bookie. I was taking the action. Old timers said, "Hey, what?" You know, I was like, he said, "You don't have a pen, Jojo? Take the action." I was like, "Where's my pen?" Oh, okay. I'll have some popcorn for that one. I'm gonna have to buy some popcorn. Poor Danny. How many is that? Siciliano. Tony. Tony Soflo was in one of them screens. Johnny Mac. Oh boy, they were talking a lot of stuff about Johnny Mac. He was friendly, then they weren't friendly. I'm going to make some popcorn for that one, Mike. Johnny Mac. This is going to be entertaining. Oh, yeah. And then they were, there's changing sides. Team FBS. I gotta write that down. Team FBS. That's priceless. I never would have thought I'd be doing this. No, I'm out in the country. I'm around a lot of white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, WASPs. Team FB, Team Angel. There's not a lot of old Italian people around anymore where I'm at. I miss the connection and the fun, and I got a friend, a friend that's mixed Sicilian Italian. Yeah. Oh, was I near Buffalo? I know near Buffalo. Near Buffalo. Yeah, I was born there. Caledonia Hospital. Caledonia Hospital. Is it even still there? Yeah. And my brother was born in Long Island. My father was from Brooklyn. My mother was from Western New York. She moved there, and she also, my mother here, and that's her Hollywood picture. And then we moved away. And then years later, when I started running around, and then I got reacclimated with the people and everything, because my father wasn't good. That's a whole nother story. But my godfather was from there, and that's where I got those Mickey stories from. And then I needed help from him when I was running around for people in the falls. So thank God I had him in my corner once upon a time. Yeah. And it was big bookmaking, big gambling, gambling. Big money gambling. And what I do? I ran my battery out. What the shit? Oh, I still got 4 minutes left. Well, Mike, I appreciate that. I took my notes. I'm gonna get my popcorn, and yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that so I can look. So Tony Slowflo is the name of a channel. Johnny Mac is the name of a channel. FBS is the name of a channel. Oh, all right. Yeah. And I knew a guy from Rochester, Big Gene, that was a church guy. Okay. All right. FBS the best. I'll take your word on that because I put credence in your word. Man, Mike, I appreciate you coming in here because I kill time and everything. And okay, Tommy Sticks. Thank you, bro. All right. I just don't want this to go right off and just boom. So thank you everybody that came in here. Mike, I appreciate it. Okay, well, FBI is leader of his side. They're all good in a different way. Yeah, that's cool. I'm an old man. I just want to do that. All right. Yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate y'all. You made an old man happy. And yeah, I'm gonna check that out. It's entertaining. And we'll see what happens. So I appreciate all that. And I did that earlier. So everybody stay great. Thanks for helping me out. Thank you, Mike. Real people. That's what I do this show for. Real people. And that's that. And if anybody's in there, check some of those things out. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Kumba. Thanks, pal. And cheers to you. Thank you, Leon. All right, everybody. Go out in the day. Have a great day. Be the kings. If there's a queen out there, be a queen. All right? Don't give up. The mob world is the mob world. But we all got other lives we have to lead and try to do good, you know? So that's that. God bless you all. And don't give up. If you can help somebody out, help them out. See, Mike came in here and he helped me out. That's compassion. It's free. So, and everybody else that came in here that helped me out. So if somebody sees they can help and it's for a good reason or any reason, somebody needs help them if you can. And, you know, and if you need help, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say, listen, Jack, I'm going through some things. Can I talk to you? So be aware. All right. Thank you, everybody. God bless. If you gamble, make a score and we'll do all that. Ciao, Emmanuel Spataro. Great name.